What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm here with Victor Radley. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. Just started back training, so in a bit of shock.
Yep.
A big off season, so it's good to be back. But
mate, do not miss those days at all. It's like
not well.
Constant like pain, hey.
Oh, I've only done one, so last year was my first, and I remember it being like, this is just so much harder than I thought. So yeah, the head noise is it's peaking at the moment.
Especially like the first week back.
Yeah,
bro.
Especially when the boys are over in America, so it makes it a bit harder.
Oh no, celebrating a GF win.
Yeah,
you're one of the young boys earning your stripes.
Yeah, all good. I'll get my time.
And the thing with like first grade, so it was your first one last year?
Yeah.
The thing with first grade preseason is like, when you first come in, so like you get touched up and you're like, okay, I got touched up. And you're like, surely we're not going to do much tomorrow. Like we got absolutely touched up.
Yeah.
And then you rock up the next day and you get touched up again.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what's doing?
They don't care how you feel. Like they keep an eye on you. They give you all the recovery things these days, but everyone's hurting. Like, you can't complain, so they don't care how you feel. You just got to keep going.
100%.
It's not well.
How's it? How you been? Like, obviously you win the grand final. I mean, fuck. Just like, how you feeling?
Yeah, it's probably been the best, 6-7 weeks. My life so far, definitely. So experienced a lot in the break, partied a fair bit, and I've learned a fair bit over this break about myself and stuff. So yeah, I've had a bloody good time, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, mate. So how old are you now?
20.
20 years old, win a premiership. Holy shit.
Yeah,
and with like the team that you've got as well, the Cooper Cronk moment, Kiri, everything like that. Does it feel real? Like, when did it sink in for you?
Yeah, I don't know. If you asked me like a year ago, like winning a grand final would be like the best thing ever, and then I've done it, and then I don't really know what it feels like. I just feel like I just want to hang with mates all the time. And I've got to do that the whole year, and then we've ended up winning with all my best mates. So that's just, you're just closer with those mates. I think that's probably the best feeling you get out of it. You almost feel like they're your brother. Like people say they're your brothers, but you're so close with them anyway, and then to win it with them, and then to do everything we did after the game and for the whole week, and it's just probably just the connections I got there is probably the best thing about it.
Yeah, so it's experiencing with the boys rather than the actual winning the grand final. It's with the boys.
Definitely. It's definitely those best mates you got for sure.
That's I mean, I say this all the time, but that's the one. Like, I don't miss the actual like footy, but I miss the experience of like changing rooms, the banter, the party after, all the good stuff that comes with playing footy.
That's definitely my favourite bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
Fucking oath, bro. So take us back to, I mean, you're still young, but take us back. Where'd you grow up? Grew up in Bronte?
Grew up in Bronte. So, my dad's from England, mum's from Australia, and he came over here when he was like 20. So, met my mum, I think in Tamarama, and then everything happened pretty quick. Had my first oldest brother, so bought a house in Bondi. Lived there until I would have been about 12, 13. So, but Bronte Beach was where I grew up. So I went to Bronte Nippers. All my mates were from down Bronte. So from about 4 years old, I was down Bronte Beach. So
local. Just the fucking local, bro.
So all my brothers were down there. My brothers are still down there probably every arvo. So it's a great crew of mates that I had stuck down there. Even as we got older, we got about 15, 16, and you go after work and go meet down the beach and just hang out. So it's definitely where I'm from, Bronte. I love the place. So.
And so when did you start playing footy at like 4 or 5, or was it a bit later?
No, like 4. I think my older brothers all played for Cavelli, so once I seen them playing, I was actually in my other one, Lewis's team, when I was about 4 years old. Mum said I wanted to play the year before, but no, you're not allowed to play.
You wanted at 3 years old, you wanted to get amongst it?
Yeah. So there's like photos when I'm in Lewis's team at 4, and I look at me, I look like a baby, so it's cool. But with Crocs, so ever since I was 4 all the way to I was under 17s. So it's cool.
So your family, like, is your dad, does he love footy? Like, he's an Englishman. Did he love it before he came, or he's kind of grown into it?
He didn't love it before he came. He probably didn't even know what it was, to be honest. But he was a soccer through and through. He always played soccer. I think he says he was pretty good. I see him. He can't even run now, so I doubt he's that good. He said he tried to get my oldest brother into soccer when he got the first, 6 years old or whatever age it was, and it was like $400 for the season fee, and Dad was like,
no way.
Fuck that shit. What the fuck is $400? He's 6 years old.
Yeah.
Anyway, then he took him down to Crocs, and then ever since then, footy.
Really?
Yeah, and he loves it now. He loves it. He watches most games.
Yep.
last year he like looked at our schedule, like when are our away games. He got his mates and go like to Adelaide, to Brisbane, wherever he went, to go on a piss up trip and go watch us play. So
really? So he went to every single away game as well?
Yeah, it would have been close to every away game.
Far out.
So he loves it so much, man.
Yeah, and seeing his son fucking play, how good's that?
I think it's just a good excuse to get his mates and go get on the beers. That's mad.
So when you you started playing at 4, when did you start realising that, I'm okay at this, or did you make rep sides or anything like that?
I was always pretty good.
Yeah.
Even when I speak to like Adrian Lamb and my other junior coaches, they all love me. So I think internally I was always felt like I was pretty good. But then when it come through school to make those teams, I never made all those teams because I think externally I didn't see probably some of the stuff I did or whatever it was. So I never made the rep teams and that, but I always felt like I was good and always felt like I never
had something to offer.
Yeah. So probably Adrian helped there. He gave me a lot of confidence. And
so Adrian Lamb, how early in your career or like playing did you meet Adrian Lamb as a coach?
I think 7 years old. So I think he came back over to Australia with Lockie, who's my age.
Yep.
And moved to Cavelli. So they were straight in the Cavelli Crocs, and he coached me from 7 years old right through to under 17s, and then I've still got a heap to do with him. So he's over in Wigan now. So I can definitely owe a fair bit to him. I probably wouldn't be here without him. So it's pretty mad.
So tell me, when you think of Adrian Lamb and coaching you, is there any stories of him making you do extras, or a moment when you lost confidence and he might have been like, mate, you just need to
Nah, he's such a legend, man. He's probably the best, one of the best blokes I know. He's done so much for me. So he was always just, I think he made me a better man too. It was always about that type of stuff. So he, the only thing he would ever get up me for is if I ever got in a fight, I think, a footy.
Oh, really?
I remember getting in one, it was like under 13s or something. It's not a fight. It's like I wouldn't have hurt anyone anyway. Anyway, so you get suspended and that back then, and probably they were the only times he looked at me like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And I had the shits.
Yep.
He's like, there's no need to do that, which there isn't. So
yeah.
I think they're the only times where he's like, mate, what are you doing? He'd always pull me aside for that. That was the only thing. Other than that, he'd always be like, there's things that come up, but it was always nice about it. Just speaks about it. He knows he was a young kid once, so
he understands.
He's a legend, man.
And what about even training wise? What do you think you learnt? Is there any moments you learnt where he taught you something where it clicked in your head, about discipline, about consistency or fitness or?
Probably all those things. We never did really much fitness, coming through with him. We probably had a smaller team, so we always, young fit kids. We were probably down Coogee Beach all weekend playing touch and then playing union on Sundays and stuff like that. But mate, he taught me everything, just things with, you hear some of the stuff still today, which they're yapping into us in this first week about an early catch on the ball, how to pass. And I remember back in the day, I would have probably been 12, whatever age it was, and hearing that stuff from him, which is pretty cool. So it's I was lucky enough to have someone like that to be teaching me those things at such an early age. When probably some other players won't have that, until they come to these top of grades where there's coaches that are driving those things into you.
Yeah, 100%.
So all those little things which do make a massive difference.
Do you so you said that you weren't making rep sides, but you still inside you thought that, because that's pretty rare to if you're not making the rep sides to still have the self confidence to know that you can.
Well, I think I was always pretty good. I was always tough, but I wasn't the best, But I think the only rep sides I was talking about, because I left school in year 10, so when I was coming through the MCC, and then whatever was next, CCC, then to the schoolboy, so I didn't even make that first one.
Oh wow!
So that's the ones we were talking about, but then it didn't really faze me at all. I'm not sure who the blokes that picked that, so it didn't really. But
what do you reckon? Did Adrian Lamb help you with that? Did your father help you with that? Someone had to be saying to you, mate, you. Or was it just an internal thing? No,
I think because Lammy would make all those teams. He was a freak ever since a young kid. He still is. So I think Adrian would come to me. He's like, mate, it's fucking stupid. Who cares? No one really cares anyway. So
it's a young age.
At the end of the day, I didn't care. And then I left school in year 10.
Yep.
And I worked as a carpenter. I loved it so much. So.
Really? Chippy?
Yeah. So I worked with my dad and worked as a carpenter, and I loved doing that.
Yep.
So once I loved doing that, it wasn't like I had the weight of I have to be a footy player or something. I have to do this.
Okay.
If that makes sense. So somebody was like, I'll be a carpenter. This is mad. I go to work every day.
Yep.
My dad is a mad boss. So I had a good crew working with him. I'm like, nah, this is good.
Oh, really?
Same type of thing. If you got a good crew of boys, I was hanging with your mates all day.
Yep.
Even though you are working, I loved it. So everything just happened.
Yep.
I didn't rush it. I didn't try and force it or anything like that.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. So did you finish your apprenticeship?
Yeah, I finished it, yeah.
So full chippy.
Yeah.
Bro, don't say that because the boys are going to be like, mate, can you come
Yeah,
around?
I already got Kiri on the phone. He's bought a house. But he's like, oh, mate, what's your dad's number? I'll get him to come down.
Kiri's trying to get freebies.
Mate, he's always down for a freebie, Kiri. Tight ass.
Mate, you'll be out there working soon. You'll be out there working.
I know that. I think he said he's got a $29 phone bill, Luke Kiri. And he asked you to hotspot him too. So that's what he is.
Mate, are you serious? $29 in today's...
He's not sweet, mate. Anyway, it's funny.
Okay, yeah. So you loved being like, let's say you were a chippy, you'd be happy just going chippy with the boys, have a beer after work, knock off, 3:00.
So I was happy being a carpenter. You know, I've got it finished by the time I was 19 because I left school early in year 10, which is I was stoked I left school.
I didn't enjoy school.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I loved it.
Love
Same
it.
thing. Like just loved going to school, but then I was going to go to year 11, 12, and then I think my dad just said to me, he's like, mate, you're going to be a carpenter. When you're leaving year 12, you might as well start now.
Yep.
So I'm happy I did. So by the time I was 19, it was all done. But yeah, just loved it. I don't know why I loved it.
That's crazy, man, because work fucking sucks. I don't know why you loved it.
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I just got that. Like my first year, I was on $350 a week.
Yep.
And that was like,
Gross.
Mate, it's probably like $1 million now, how I felt back then. So,
yeah, you're still living at home in that?
I was still living at home, yeah.
Yeah.
And up till like a year ago, I moved out. But other than that, I was still living at home. I saved the most money other than this last year that I've ever saved in that first year when I was on $350 a week.
Living the dream,
So once the more money I got, then I just started getting a bit older and then I just spend it all on the weekend.
Yep. Were you on matches this year?
Yeah, I was this year, yeah.
Oh, good
so
fucking matches. Oh, my God.
Yeah, best ever.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Okay, so in your mind, were you just like, look, I love footy and it's something that I do with my mates? If something happens, sweet. If not, or was it like, no, I definitely want to make it, but if I'm a chippy, it's all good kind of thing?
It was just like, I went to work, I went to training in the Arvo, so it was SG Board when I first started, or Harold Mats, whatever it was.
Yep.
Went to work, went to training. Like I always made all those SG Board Roosters teams, so they always, ever since a young age, they loved me at the Roosters, which was probably another thing that gave me a lot of confidence. They were always, I think I signed my first little thing at 15.
Oh, okay, so they could see something.
Yeah, so they always, like I always made that straight away, which is something that
but not schools, so I guess it's a bit of politics there. Yeah, okay.
I don't know what it is, but I probably just wasn't that good at school. And then, so I just go to work, love going to work, go to training, go home, go to bed. And then once I got through the 20s, so I think we won that first year 20s. Yep. And then I still did the same thing, just thought, this is like, I was loving it so much. So I just keep doing this. Like I go to work, I go to training, I go play on the weekends, I go play at 20. So whenever it was, and then I played that Mackay trial in 2007. Yep. So just a trial game and end up, I'm not sure why, but I ended up like starting hooker. I think Nug didn't play. Whoever else was at the club might have been injured or whatever it was. So I ended up starting hooker in that game, and then we versed the Cowboys, and then I went all right. And then that was the time I thought, maybe I can play in a role, because I just think it was like this big thing up here.
Yeah, it's a huge step that is so crazy.
And then once I got there, it was like the whole way through from under 15s, it was just these little steps which you just kept going up. Yep. And it is harder, but if you learn what you learn at training, I think it's not like from here to here. Nah,
no way. So, and once you're in the system,
you're
human just like everyone else.
Yeah.
So if you have a crack, you're usually pretty sweet.
So I think it was just after that game, I'm like, maybe I actually can do it. I can play in NRL, because I thought there would be no hope that year at all. Yep. And then ended up playing 3 games that year.
Okay.
So halfway through that year, I started full-time training.
I was going to say, So walk us through. So you were on a under 20s contract, and that was just like probably a small it's cool. Yep. But when they asked you to come into first grade, when you started getting like a first grade contract, or they asked you to come into training, what was the phone call like? How did it all happen?
Well, I think it was, they were trying to, that was my last year of my contract, and they were trying to get another 2 years. Yep. And then I just thought they were trying to sign for another 2 years. So I'm like, I got this year and then 2 more years after that. But then the reason why they were trying to hurry it up and sign it was, so once they signed me, they could have bring me up. To that point, I think they might not have let me do full-time training or something like that.
Because there's only a certain
amount of people. I think it might have been Craig Walker or someone got me in the room because it was taking probably a bit longer than they wanted, and said, mate, they want to sign you now so they can get you training full-time. Yep. And then I was like, bullshit. And then pretty much, I think that's how it went down. And then I signed, and then I started training, and then that Central Coast, we were on this little mid-season camp. Yep. And Nug broke his hand, and then I still thought, I don't think I'll get a game. I'm like, could be on the bench, you never know. Yep. And then I ended up starting. Robbo come and spoke, he's like, mate, I'm going to start you at hooker. I was named on the bench, but he's like, man, I'm going to start your hooker, don't tell anyone. I'm like,
Yep.
start you at hooker, and I was like, oh fuck, here we go. I'm not the best pass out hooker, especially that time. So I was never a hooker growing up.
Yeah.
I remember going down like Pioneer Park and trying to pass the ball, like hit the post, like couldn't even hit the post. I'm like, fuck, man,
What am I gonna do here? Like, what am I doing?
But it's different on the field. Once you're in it, you just chuck it out in front of the bloke. They make it look good.
Yeah.
It all worked out pretty good. We won my first 2 games of NRL, and then we actually lost against Manly, my 3rd one that year, and then Doug was back. So yeah, it was pretty hectic that year. It really went like everything just took off from like 2016, the little steps, and then this year, it was even better again. So
you make it. What was something you remember from the debut? Like, you know, you walk in, you know how you got the fresh changing rooms. There's bloody, there's Boyd Cordner, like the big dogs are all there, and you like get everything taken care of. What was it like for you?
The thing I remember most was like my mates that were in the crowd, the crew of Bronte boys. That was like 100 of them. That's what sticks. That's just stuck in me. Like I can envision it so easy. Like it was so cool. But then, like what you said about them big boys, you get in the huddle just before you go out, and whenever there's a debut, like whether it's Nug or Boydo talking, they go, all right, it's Radley's first game. We're gonna fucking look after him here. Let's fucking go. And then like you get goosebumps to that because all the boys got you back. Like let's go. Yeah. And then we went out, and it was against Newcastle. They weren't going that good at the time, so probably a good game to start on. Yeah, definitely. And it just all worked out all right. I had 100 crew of mates, and then at the end of the game, my brother ran on the field blind, and then got smashed by the Secchies, and and it's funny as fuck. So, your brother jumped the fence and got done. Yeah, jumped the fence. He came out, he ran over to me and just said, "Yeah, fuck, good game, Vic," and then run off. Oh, really? And then the Secchies got him? And then as he took off back, the Secchies started chasing. He beat about 5 of them. Yep. had a beer in his hand that was close to full and hurdled the fence, no hands, made it. I think it was on the Matey John show, mate. You see, it's unbelievable the skill he got. Yep. And then he hurdled the fence, made it, and then next thing you know, like Secchies, coppers come from everywhere, and then there's about 8 of them trying to hold him down and like get him out of there. Yeah, my brother's on the field. He had a wristband to get on the field after the game. It was women in league ground. So Kathy King, one of our Roosters ladies, she gave us. She goes, I'll give your family wristbands to get you on the field after the game. Yep. Like, yeah, sweet. So, hey, mum, dad, here, give everyone the wristband to get on the field. Yep. So he's loud on the field anyway, but he just likes to run on with the wrong beer way. And like step everyone else. But fuck, it was funny, man. Great memory. It is. He made my debut about him anyway. It was, it was mad. Mate, he was just showing you that if he really wanted to, he's got the footwork to beat some boys. Oh, yeah, mate. It took about eight seconds to bring him down. He's a big lad. He's bigger than me, my younger brother. So, it was something I remember too. That was so funny. 100 Bronte boys. Yeah, 100. Wow. I knew that before the game, so I think Rob Runs is he's the man down there that organises all the board riders, events, stuff like that. Yep. And he said he organises buses to leave from the beach, so all the boys were down the beach. He, they had like spray paint, made signs. Yep. Whatever they were doing, I think Kitey sprayed his dick. and enamel spray paint apparently wouldn't come off on that. No way. So they all just got on the beers at the beach. Yep. Spraying, painting, they all come here blue, like going crazy, red, white, blue, and then a couple of days before, Rob goes, mate, we got more than 100 people coming, like it's going to be hectic, we're going to make it the best debut ever, and that. Yep. I was like, yeah, fuck, mad. Man, 100 people. Holy moly, that's crazy. I didn't have to sort it even like Kath King. Took care of it. Took care of everything, so her and Rob were good mates. So. That's really good. Oh, mate, it was so mad. And what about after? What was it like after? Did you get the chance to see him, or no, you had to go back to the... Nah, I didn't get the chance to see him. It was at Women in League ground, so we all spent time with our wives, mums. Okay. We all had a little thing for them. Yep. So that was actually pretty cool that it landed on that date, so... Yep. Yeah, it was good. How good's that? All right, so you play those 3 games, and then... But you're obviously not a full, like a known first grader in the sense that you're locked in, but you're in the first grade bubble, if you know what I mean. You know how when you're in the 20s, you're kind of like a bit out, but once you play a few games, like you're there or thereabouts. What was it like for you? Nah, it's definitely what it felt like. Like even when you're training with the squad and stuff like that, and then once you play a few games, I think the boys zoom in, like the WhatsApp chat. Oh, you got to invite to the chat, the group chat after a couple of games, and then so not even after one game, you had to do two or three. I can't remember what it was, but I remember getting put in the WhatsApp chat, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, man!" So like this little things like that, you know, even if people don't say they care about that shit or whatever, it was like, it makes you feel like 100%. I care about it. If I wasn't in the WhatsApp chat, I'd be filthy. Yeah, I know. Yeah. So like little things like that make you feel more part of that first grade side, and then. I think I was 18th man for the next 6 rounds all the way through the semis. I could have played Wang for the thing, but Like, they had a gun side. They made it to the grand final that year. And I couldn't really even get a spot in that Wyong team. Like, they had such a mad
Oh, really?
side,
That's how good it was.
So they had like Garvey that was there playing hooker all year. Butcher playing lock. Yep. Like Chris Smith, players like that are all like first graders as well. Already played a couple of games and stuff.
Yep.
That like if I was going to play, I would have had to like take one of them out. So it was hard for me to. Like they never said anything like that, but you could tell like it was hard. I probably couldn't be able to get a game in the Wyong team, so it was really weird.
Yeah.
So they just bring me through, and Robbo just said, "Mate, experience all this stuff about the semis." So it was pretty cool that I got to warm up during the semis, all that type of shit, and then boys end up losing, which was disappointing, but it was cool for me to be there and do all that. So probably not sure it helped me this year, but who knows? I've already been there once. So
no, 100%. It would I think it would have helped just in the system kind of thing. Okay, so you have that season. What's your main memory from that season? Is it your debut, you reckon?
Yeah, it's my debut, definitely. So that was just something that felt like it was going to be a long time away. That probably happened a bit quicker than I thought, which was pretty cool, pretty special. So,
what about on the field? What's your number one memory from that year on the field? Like, do you remember like tackling anyone?
On the field. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a tough question. I'm not sure. I can't really remember.
What immediately comes to your mind? Like, what's the first thing? It doesn't have to be the choice, but what?
It was the Cowboys game was the first thing, my second game.
Yep.
And I think we were down, and I played 80 minutes that game. The week before, I played like probably 60, and then Cornish came on.
Yep.
And we were down, and then we were up by 2 points near the end. We ended up coming back.
Yep.
And then we're winning, and then we end up winning, and I think I was probably one of the best games I've ever played.
Yep.
And especially at hooker, I don't think I made any mistakes. Done everything I could, and we ended up winning. Ended up playing 80 minutes, and I remember just laying on the field after that game, like, fuck, this is bad. Like, I was so fucked, and I was like, I just played 80 minutes. I'm like, it's done. I've done it. And then like, I remember getting like a bit of a rap off Robbo in the change rooms. So that gives you goosebumps, like that type of stuff. Being a young kid and saying that, and then whatever happens, the boys give you a round of applause, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like only second game, I never played hooker before, other than like little patches.
Yeah. Was it against Thurston? Was Thurston playing?
Nah, so that was 2017. He wasn't playing. Yeah.
Oh damn, that sucks.
I would have versed him this year, so which is pretty cool.
Oh,
so
I got to verse him this year? Okay,
got to say I versed him.
Okay.
When I'm like 50 and I'm bragging at the pub.
Yeah, back in my day.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next year rolls around and pre-season starts. What's the feel for you personally? You know, like, are you starting to feel like, you know, I could make a run this year, or you still feel like, okay, I've still got a few years to go before I cement a spot?
Yeah, a few years, definitely. That's how I felt when I started, and then I trained so hard last preseason, and I just gave every day. I just went mad and like tried to go as hard as I could. So I doubt I can hold that up for like 10 years, the preseason I did last year. But I think it helped me, I guess. So I ended up playing every game. But like even just before round one, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to be in the team here.
Yeah.
So I really probably didn't think I was going to be in the team. I'm like, probably won't really take like a
risk kind of
14 because I was going to be. I know the year before he didn't really take like a second hooker or something like that on the bench.
Yep.
So I'm like, I don't think he's going to... Nug plays 80 minutes, sorry.
Yep.
Like, they got 3 other forwards. I'll probably just take like another forward or whatever they do. And then they end up putting me on the bench and I played like 3 minutes that first game.
Oh, 3 minutes?
Yeah, small. But we lost to Tigers, but I think I did it right when I was on for my shorter little amount of time. And then the next week I played longer. Who did we verse round 2? I forget. Anyway, I played a bit longer, and then he came in, he's like, mate, you're going good. Like, I'm going to try and get you some game time more at lock.
Okay.
Because he's like, he's not going to take Nug off for half a game.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, perfect. And then it probably took me like 5 or 6 weeks for the boys to start trusting me at locks. You know, it's hard, like, when I'm trying to get a carry, and if one of the other boys are there, like Jared or something, he'll stand up in front of me and just get a carry. Maybe a bit of it was that I haven't proven myself that I'm going to be able to get a good carry there or stuff like that. So he'd always stand up and get a carry, and
like that's the way it works. Like, senior players usually they obviously get the call because they're senior players. Like,
but it probably took me like that to probably even mid-season, where if I was calling the ball, the boys would be like, all right, sweet. Rad's is going to get the ball. I'm going to support him, right? Rather than a bit earlier, it was a bit harder. Like when I was calling the ball, probably like they'd step up in front of me and shit like that. But then once they started trusting me and knowing that I could, you know, do the job at lock, then I think that's when I started getting a lot better, and people started to know how I play and started supporting me, and people were always around me, pulling people off me, which probably made me look a bit better than it was. So it was mad.
Okay, so you scored your first try. What was that like against the Knights?
Yeah, that was a hectic try. I didn't even do anything. I just started supporting. It was like 30 seconds to go to half time. They chipped and chased, and I just started sprinting.
Yep.
And then like Kiri was, I think he was looking for Teddy, and then he just come back. I'm like, oh fuck, he's coming to me. Kiri, and he did this mad flick pass.
That was crazy, man. That was crazy.
And then I started celebrating before I put it down too.
Layering up?
Yeah, 100 for sure.
Right, a try like that, you got to layer up.
Yeah.
That was crazy by
Yeah,
Kiri.
it was a mad try.
He's such a good player, bro. He's such a good player.
He's a freak. So, yeah, that was my first try.
How good's that
cool
for a first try?
Yeah.
Was that one of the best tries of the like, did they get try of the season or something, or close to it?
It was in the it was in the top
like
10.
The top 10.
I forget what number it was. I don't think it was one.
That was amazing. That try.
It was a hectic try.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
like,
so
but that
first try, it's a good memory.
That's not a bad first try.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. Okay, so yeah, like the year goes on. So the start of the year is kind of, I guess, struggled for form because you were just like puzzles were trying to fit together kind of thing. And then you started really getting some momentum. What was that like for you as a part of that? Did you feel that momentum increasing as the year went on?
Yeah, definitely. So at the start of the year, the start of the year, we were struggling to like score points and everyone, and it was like really public that apparently our attack wasn't, humming, but it never felt like it wasn't humming. But we were just, even though all that attack stuff was happening, if you like come to our training, you think we'd be stressing about that, but the stuff we was talking about would have been like defence, like we'd maybe like change little things in attack, all these subtleties with plays and that. But when it comes to like near the end of the week, just before we play, Robbo stood up in front and was like, boys, fucking defence. Like, we've done all that stuff. We know that attack stuff, that's going to be in here. We've changed it. This is fucking what we're doing. D is king. That's us. So, as much as it probably wasn't working, we didn't stress too much about it, and we end up working pretty good. And now D was what held us together.
Yeah, I was going to say, so Robbo, he's experienced enough to know, look, the attack's going to come. The defence is what matters here.
So we end up like changing little things as we went along. It wasn't really much to do with us. Like, us forwards would
more Cronk and
would like rock up and they'd say, boys, if we need to do something a little bit different, they go, boys, can you do this for us? But then it was all like Cronk here and that. With them boys telling us what to do, it was like no matter what we changed, it was like clear for us like that.
So you just knew what to do. You had a job and you would do it, kind of thing.
And we ended up having like a system which we stuck to from about, I'm not sure when it was, like early season. System that end up sticking to, and then once that's stuck, you can work on those tiny little subtleties with like combinations and things like that, and then you can just get better and better and better, and then
win a GF, bro. Just win a GF. It's like that. Okay, so what about when Victor the Inflictor nickname comes about? I'm sure the boys give it to you about that.
Crichton hasn't stopped saying it this week.
Oh, really? How's he been?
Nah, he's good. He's a king.
Good guy.
He's a good man. So he's turned up. He's fit in pretty quickly. He's probably won't like me saying this, but he's looking a bit fat, a bit pasty. In America. He says he's got big ribs, but
I used to say I got thick skin. That's why my skinnies are up. Like, I'm actually not that fat. I just got thick skin, bro.
Thick skin, man.
Just genetic, bro. I can't help that shit. So your true try-saving tackles onto Powell and Dylan Walker. I guess that would have been, you would have had experience with exposure, but now you're getting like this kind of quite a lot of exposure outside of the try. What was that like for a young kid? First getting that Victor the Inflictor, the nickname or whatever, the boys give it to you, but it is what it is. What was it like?
Yeah, it's cool. I liked it. So I don't think I was ever going to like get ahead of myself or get cocky or anything like that. So like, when those type of things happen, it's cool. I like it. You want to be ever since a kid, you want to be an NRL player, you want to be famous, whatever they call it. So, when that stuff happens, it's cool. You see people send it to you or whatever, say nice things and it makes you feel good. So, that's pretty much what I can say. It makes you feel good. So, you definitely want to be doing that stuff for the right reasons, because I think if you're in the media for the wrong reasons, it'll be like the opposite effect. So, what
about the tackles? Do you remember in the time thinking that they were, big tackles or not really? It's just like, I'm just doing my job.
Do you
remember how that happened?
One I did. But just because it was a try saver, I didn't think it was a big hit. It definitely wasn't a big hit. It was just a try saver. And
walk us through it. What were you thinking? How did it all come about?
Oh, I can't remember what I was thinking though. I would have just been like, just running around. Like, I don't know. I think from memory, like, I watched it not long ago. Looking at my highlights, whatever.
It's on Google. Looking at myself.
I think I got like done a bit by Cherry Evans in the first place, which put Boydo and Kiri under the pump. So then once I got done, I probably thought I got to try and make up my ground, and then just ended up being in the right place.
At the time. Got it done.
Robbo like loves a try savers, rants about him. So
oh, is he? Yeah.
when you do one, it's like
better than a try.
Yeah, it is better than a try. I reckon it is. And all the boys come over and like layer up.
Yeah.
So everyone on the team knows if one of the boys pull off a try save, it's big.
Yeah,
so,
Roy's frothing
it's
on
cool.
it. Roy's up there and the coach is like frothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you explained that you would play international football for England when you were asked. But is that what happened or not really?
Yeah, no, it's like awkward. Like, with the media and you say something, then
you're not really thinking they're just hitting you up. And you're
they just bring it up. They said, one bloke just bring up, goes, oh, your old man's from England. Would you ever want to play for England?
Yeah.
I think I said something like, oh, yeah, I'd love to play for England or in a World Cup or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But
really
I don't think before I say, so it's not something that, if I got a chance to play in a World Cup and probably a bit later and, I want to play for New South Wales. That's pretty much what I'm saying. I want to play for New South Wales. I'm not sure if that'll be in 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever make it or anything like that. So
yeah.
I can't say like what I want to do. So I just don't know. All I know is I want to play for New South Wales. So
yeah.
I have no idea about the rules about it. It's another thing which someone asked me a question about. And it's like, if I could play for England in this break there, and come back this season and be eligible for New South Wales this year, I'll do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're the rules. I think
and playing for New South Wales that's your passion. Like you want to do that more than anything, kind of thing.
Yeah, I remember just watching the game every single year since I can remember.
Yeah,
it's my number one game I wanted to watch. Even when like Paul Gallen, that's probably one of the things that sticks out. Paul Gallen punched Nate Miles in the head. I was so happy, even though Nate Miles, I think I've never really met him probably, but he's probably a legend.
I haven't met him either, but I've been heard like he's a legend. But so Gallen.
But just because of the New South Wales Queensland thing, it was the best ever, and then especially because like we never won, so you got to win something, don't you? So just things like that, and then just watching it, like I want to play so bad, look so mad, and remember like. People like Greg Bird running out like these like crazy eyes and that. Crazy eyes. That's hectic on to play. It. So that's what I want to do. I still play this. I still love them.
Yeah,
so.
And the thing is, like when you get asked that question about England, like you're young, you don't understand the weight of like you're still you.
Yeah.
Whereas like outside looking in, we're like you're a professional athlete. So we assume you know the weight of what you're saying, but you're just like, I
don't know anything. I just turn up the training, mate. I don't know shit. Like I said, I don't know the rules whatsoever. And if I could have played for England. Like just then, come back and been sweet. I'd play for them in a heartbeat. I'd love to do that.
But the main goal is like whatever it takes to get to New South Wales. That's the goal.
That's what I want to do. I want to play Origin.
What do you reckon you'd feel like if like you got the call? What would you just be like? Oh my god!
Fucking hell, just can't wait.
I'm gonna go skits.
I'd have to calm myself down. If I ever get like that, I'll probably fuck up. So I'll just end up being happy, bring everyone, mad, and then go to training and act like
it's all good.
Right, it's bad.
In interviews, it's been something I've been working on for a while, but really it is like...
it looks good. They're down at Coogee now, so...
Yep.
Mate, the camp looks bad.
Oh, mate.
It's hectic.
Well, it's New South Wales, so it looks shit to me, but I'm a Queenslander, bro.
True.
Okay, so the year rolls on, and you continue to... Did you feel yourself playing, better footy as a year? Did you feel more confident, and that's why your footy continued to improve?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
When I think about, from the start of the year, how much I learnt during that time, like I don't think I ever stopped learning, even through the semi-finals, like little things each week. I was just learning. I was saying the other week, I'm like, I got so much better. I'm like, I don't see why that should stop. I just got to keep listening and really taking everything in. And I think you just learn from playing. It's like anything. It's like the same when I was a carpenter. You learn from working. I can get told as much as anyone wants to tell me, and I'll listen to it, but then you learn from doing it. So
that's true.
The more I play, I guess, hopefully the better I'll get, and what happened this year, so hopefully it keeps going next year.
And so who in the team do you reckon you learnt the most off, like Boyd Cordner, or like who do you reckon really was someone that you just learnt a lot this year off?
I probably learned a lot off like everyone, but I'd probably say Teddy out of everyone. And
really?
He's probably
Teddy?
Not the person that you'd think, but because I live with him and everything like that, and just every time something would like, if I had a shit game, I remember I had the worst game against Canberra. I pretty much lost the game. I fucking lost it.
Really? Wait a second. How'd you lose the game?
I think we were up by like 2 points, and then we got the ball back. There wasn't long to go, and then Cronk's like, fucking complete this set. and I got the ball and like threw this long pass behind Seaway and we dropped it, and then it ended up being a penalty or something. And then I gave a penalty. Then they kicked 2 points.
Yep.
And then they ended up winning. I'm not sure it was a field goal or try. They won.
Yep.
And then while they were ahead, I dropped another ball like just right near the end on the last set we had.
So just a shocker. Barry Crocker.
Yeah, I was like, fuck. I was spewing anyway.
Yeah.
Then like stuff like that, like when you get home and then when I'm bumming out and Teddy's like, mate, who gives a fuck? Like it's a game. Stop stressing, mate. No one cares.
Yeah.
Like you think that everyone cares and everyone's off you, but no one cares. And little things like that. And then even...
As in the team. Like the team doesn't... They're not off you for it.
Yeah. So I felt like, you know, at the time when it happens, like, so I'm like, Radley, and then, you know, that stuff stays in your head. Be like, fuck, he's
is
off
he really
me
angry?
hard.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's off me hard. Exactly. He's not going to talk to me or whatever.
Lockie used to give you this look, bro, that I felt like the worst person in the entire world.
Right.
And I thought, man, he's off me.
Yeah.
But so you felt down. And what Teddy's just really good at, like, speaking
just
about.
stuff like that. And then even, like, coming into the finals and I was wigging out about the grand final. I'm like, mate, it's fucking packed stadium and that. He's panicking. He's like, mate, trust me, I'm not going to lie to you because that's going to be stupid. He's like, once it kicks off, you will not be nervous. It is the same as every single other game.
Yep.
And it was. Like I didn't hear the crowd probably louder than, you know, a packed Allianz or on like Anzac Day, stuff like that. So just little things like that and just you know, little pointers, you know, always kept me smiling when we might be down or
he's not a bad player to bloody to learn off far.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So he's probably proof that he's a big game player. He plays the best.
God,
the bigger the stadium, the bigger the game. I swear he just gets better.
He's a gun. He's just like I don't know. He's just constantly doing it. You know what I mean? Like constantly. It's like not just like a few times every now and then. Like, it's just constantly.
I remember that Origin that first game. I was like, he's fucking made like 5 breaks off his own bat. I was like, oh, he's sweet.
He was the difference, man. Like he was just like Teddy was the difference in that game because it was such a close game initially. So 2000 and so you're at the end of 2018, obviously this year. When you're going into the grand final, did you just feel like you can't be beaten, but were you confident? Like, you know what I mean? You get that vibe.
Yeah, I was confident. I was. A lot of people were saying like, "Oh, enjoy the week."
Yeah.
Enjoy the week. I couldn't see that. The week was the same as every other week, and I couldn't enjoy it. I'm like, what do you mean enjoy the week? What am I doing? Like, I'm not out on the piss. I'm not enjoying the week.
Yeah, I'm stressing about the game.
Yeah, I was like, mate, if this week is going to be... Well, I'm not even going to remember this week if we lose. Like, if this week it's going to be like the week we fucking lost the grand final.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to fucking win. I want to win so bad. And I remember, like, I know it's my first season, so I had blokes like Cordner, you know, telling me he's probably been to 4 preliminary finals, I think. Is it 4 or 3, whatever, since he won in 2013.
Yep.
So he's been so close so many times. Yep. So he knew how hard, you know, it is to
get there.
And he used to say to me, he's like, mate, I'm telling you, we've got to fucking win. It's not easy to get here. It's not easy to get here. We have to win. I'm telling you, it's the best feeling in the world. So I just had my head on, just wanted to win. And then grand final day, I didn't think about anything. I was so relaxed. You know?
Really?
I think I was trying not to smile at points. I remember when we come out the hotel, crossing over to ANZ Stadium.
Yep.
Like, everyone was like, serious, we just come out of a meeting like this. I was doing the same thing, and then we come outside, and like, I just seen my family straight away, but then there was like thousands of people like screaming, and I was like, whoa, massive smile. I'm like, this is hectic.
So good. This is so
and
good.
I did take a smile from face until I went out there, and then ended up just, I just felt like after the first like 5 minutes, I'm like, we're on here, stuff like that. So yeah, that was probably.
What about the Cooper Cronk? You know, so Cooper Cronk gets injured.
Yeah.
Like, as a playing group, you obviously don't have to go into detail because there's private things obviously staying in a playing group. But like, how did you feel? Was it because like from the outside looking in, it looked like it was a massive deal, but inside was like, you know what, we've got a job to do. What was it like?
So after the South came, he came and seen us. He's like, yeah, blah blah blah. Whatever happened to his shoulder, I've got this. He's like, there's a good chance I won't be playing, but I'll be doing everything I can to play.
Yeah.
And so that's what. We knew the truth. That was the truth. So then we just went on like he wasn't playing. So we made a thing like he wasn't going to play.
Yep.
Whatever our game plan was, it was pretty. We didn't change like overly too much. And then he wasn't going to play. He reckons he got needles from whatever needles he got, and it was still fucked. And then I think he said he's done. You know, he's not playing. And then someone got this other person in, whoever it was, and they done it again. And then he reckons like our physio's name's Steph. He goes, yeah. Then I was throwing stuff around the room, he reckons, so he started feeling good again. And then so just the day before the game, we had our meeting and everyone, I thought he wasn't going to play. I'm like, oh, it's this late now, he's not going to play. He's like, I'm fucking in, boys. He's like, let's go win this.
Well, the boys have got, yes.
But no one really yet. I got the biggest goosebumps I think I've ever got. Like, it was like, just went through, like butterflies, goosebumps, just because.
Could you feel it in the room? Was everyone just like, okay, let's go?
Like, you can feel energy, and then he stood up, he's like, I'm fucking on, boys, here. I'm on. And then, I was trying to get goosebumps and that, and then not wanting to show it too much. So
just sitting there quietly like this, but inside it's like a raging, like. I was
I just thought it was cool I just thought to do what he does, and he's doing it fast. He's not doing it like for anything else, really. He's doing it for our team. He's not doing it to make himself look good. He's doing it fast. Putting himself through all this pain, doing all this. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good role model. So.
Mate, what about playing with a broken scapula?
Yeah, I know.
What is doing?
Yeah, so we knew that he had that too. So I was like, mate, you got they said 15 centimetre crack, whatever that. I think that's what they said. And it's like, mate, you got a fucking broken shoulder.
It
would have hurt so much.
Oh, bro. Oh, my
Even
God.
after the game, he was like with us the whole night. Next day, all day on the beers.
Well, he stayed all the way?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, are you supposed to be in hospital or some shit?
Oh, that is a trooper if I've ever heard one.
It out.
There's blokes I had 100% health that don't stay on the beers the whole time.
I mean, I had to have 2 hours nap at like 6 in the morning because I was fucked.
And he just stayed with the boys.
Mate, he's like, maybe it's just because he knows how to do it now. He's probably like, was his 5th grand final?
Yeah, he's in the zone, bro.
He knows what's
in the
going.
grand final zone.
He knows what he's on. Yeah. So he, mate, was with us the whole time. Didn't stop. And then even on Tuesday, on Tuesday, I was fucked and I turned up to the pub and had to end up backdooring it because I was at Cronk. There's Cooper again. There in the sling. Just like, boys. So.
Wow. So his performance on and off the field was incredible.
Off the field was probably better than on the field. So, yeah.
The untold story of...
pretty cool.
How good's that? But I mean, I guess it just exemplifies how much he does love being in the playing group, you know? Like, it's not just about the footy, it's about brothers and being together and that.
Yeah, definitely.
So you're on the field. What's a memory you remember from the grand final? When you think of the grand final on the field, what is it?
I remember because we scored 3 tries. Or 2 while I was on, and we got a penalty goal in that first half while I was on the field. So I remember like getting that penalty goal early, and then running back, you know, for the kickoff. They're the times I remember I was like, so you get your breath back, you can really like know what's going on, you can think and stuff like that. You know, if you run back and you can see the crowd and that, you're like, fuck. And that same like bit of adrenaline comes through you again. So most weeks you probably lose that after the start of the game, and then but this all game that adrenaline pumps back through you. So and then so that would happen to me 3 times in that first half, and I was just like, fuck. And then the other point was after Kiri got that field goal, and then I stood there and Slater tripped over me. And then I'm like, fuck, I've fucked it here. They're not going to give it.
Oh, really? You thought they weren't going to give
it? Fuck. Because I did, like, Slater hit me hard, and I'm like, I just stood there, like, but I'm like, please give this. Otherwise, I'm like, never forgive myself. It was still game on at that point.
Yeah, they could have come back.
Or 18-6. And then once they gave it, I'm like, oh, dang, fuck.
Yeah, because then it's like games out of reach, really.
Oh, it was still had to do it, but made a difference.
Very difficult.
They'll end up chasing hard and stuff like that, and then the end of the game when Nug ran back like 40 metres and went out, and we all just started celebrating.
That moment where you're just hectic. Like, oh my God.
Oh, it's so much, like such a weight off your shoulders, like everything's done. So it was so good. I was like, just can't wait to party. And then I was like, started looking around for my brothers, and they're in the crowd, and they ended up, I didn't see them, they were in the sheds, but this is hectic. And you see that, our whole Bronte crew that was there again, just celebrating with them, and it was mad.
Far out. That's friggin' like you're chippy two years ago or something like that, and then you're winning an NRL grand final. So then obviously the interview happens. Were you just like, bro? That's what I say with my mates all the time. Like, or how, did it just
I'm surprised I didn't swear. I tell you, I knew like
what about Andrew
I'm good mates
Johnson's
with Joey. So I'm good mate. Like, Joey's obviously down in that club a fair bit, and because I'm comfortable with him, it's probably why you say it, and it's really easy to do an interview with him. So it was. I don't know what he was asking for. Asked me what's on tonight. What do you think was on tonight? So, he was probably lucky that came out and not something else.
Swearing
something
and that.
Worse.
And so, like, have you just been getting peppered with that now ever since?
Every time I'm on the piss, like around, someone will say it to me without doubt.
Are you getting over it or it's not?
Oh, normally I'm drinking like rums or something. I'm just like this.
You're on the rumbos. You're like, mate, you said beers and more beers. Like, what's going on?
No, I don't. Nah, it's funny.
Awesome.
I don't care. I'm happy with meeting people, and it's a good way to meet people. People can't too, so it's pretty cool.
Have you gotten any free beers out of it?
You
still got all the free beers at Bloke in the Bar, bro?
Actually, this is a cool story. So me and Teddy were down at the Pav, and then this bloke's like comments. Well, he come and got a photo with us.
Yep.
And then he like tagged me in it and wrote like beers and more beers.
Yep.
Then I think I commented on it, like something, whatever I said. Oh, mad.
Yep.
He's like, I'm going to get you a drink. What beer do you want or something? And then I'm like, I think we're on the rums at that point.
Rumbos, yeah.
He comes over with rum and cokes and then we're smashing it with him.
Yep.
Or he said something like, I'll only get him if you skull him with me.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, sweet.
Sweet. Like, I was going to do that anyway.
Over and I got his Snapchat out. We all skull drink.
Yeah.
So,
but
a couple of old boys brought us a beer at the pub after the game, which was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, it's cool.
It's a good way. I think a lot of young people just come and go get a photo, but
if
you're an older bloke, they brought you a beer, came over, gave you a beer, and go, mate, do you mind if we get a photo? So
it's a little bit different out of the older generation. Well, bro, if you're on the Goldie, you come down to Bloke in a Bar. There's a whole fucking 100 kegs waiting for you in Bloke in a Bar.
Ah, perfect.
Okay, so the what was the speech like from Robbo after the game? What was that like for you? Was he just like, boys, just did it?
What did he say? I think it was more like they'll thank you more type of things. For me, bring up Cooper. That was special, man. That was so special. So he bring up that. I remember bringing up that, and everyone like round of applause. And then Nick came up, said a few words, thanked everything, and then I think it was just like, let's party, let's go, and
let's go, boys.
Our families were all there. So
and
then he probably didn't say stuff for too long. You're not going to sit there for ages speaking. And then we just got up, we were in the sheds for hours, just on the beers, getting photos with family and stuff like that. And then we went out in the field. Not sure what time it was. It was late, so like everyone was gone. It was so weird going out the field. It was just
empty,
like, empty, silent, silent. Just the playing group.
Yeah.
And a few people had some words. We got a bit emotional out there. Actually, I was getting a bit teary. People talking about leaving and stuff like that, and thank yous and stuff like that. So I remember that pretty clearly. That was pretty emotional.
What do you reckon was more of an impact, walking out to an empty stadium or walking out to Suncorp?
No, the empty.
Really?
Probably just because of the circumstances.
Yeah,
we just won.
Yeah,
we've been partying for ages. Everything's been happening so loud, and then go out there just with us. So everyone's been with everyone for so long, and then just with us, and then how emotional it got, and how cool it was. So
far out, how good's that, man? Far out, a grand final. And so from that year, what do you reckon you learnt the most about yourself from this year?
Probably just to be myself. I think that I got here from playing like I do or being the person I am. I didn't get here from any other reason. And then now I'm here. You don't got to change. You don't have to change. You know what I mean? So Robbo sent me and remind you that just be you, mate. Just play like you. Like that's how you play. So play like that. Don't try and change and be like something different now that you're here. So just be like me and just pick up every little thing I can. From everyone I speak to.
Who was growing up? Who was a player that you idolised?
It was never someone I loved. Like I see like some of my mates and they love like either like a high marsh. I remember one of my mates just loved Nathan High Marsh. Had photos of him on his walls.
Oh really?
At his mum's house, and then there was never someone I was like that with. But I just loved googling big hits at school. Yeah, so big hits. Yeah, big hits. Pretty much it. I just googled big hits. Probably watched them so many times at school. I didn't do any schoolwork. I just googled that. So
you'd be in school and be like, I'm just going to walk at some big hits, and you're in the middle of maths or something like that.
So I remember the ones that stick out are Steve Maddie and Sonny Bill. They're the ones that stick out from school from a young age. So they're the ones that I remember watching their hits and like, these boys are mad.
Sonny Bill's hits were
and
Steve Maddie as well. Like, oh my god, man, he killed his own shoulders.
Yeah, I know. He had some shoulder problems, but
my god,
he smashed some blokes, so it was worth it.
Yeah, it was 100% worth it. 100% worth it. Okay, so going forward, like, what if the next 12 months are perfect for you? Do you feel that in a playing group it is to win a premiership? You guys feel you have the squad to go back to back, or it's not really being talked about yet?
Nah, it's what we want to do. It's like it is awkward speaking about that stuff.
Yeah,
but it's no secret we want to win the comp. So we're not playing to have a good year and to rebuild. So we want to win the comp. That's I think that's pretty black and white with every team, I'd say.
Yep.
And I definitely think we had the playing group to do it. We've pretty much got the same team besides one at Fergo, Fergo and Maddo both.
Massive.
Pretty solid losses there. So I've met Ryan Hall and Brett Morris at training there.
Yeah.
Brett Morris is, he's been around the block. He's a bloody good player.
He's really good.
He knows a lot. So
good guy too. Good guy.
Great guy. He's you can just tell when he says something, everyone listens straight away. So I think he'll be good for our team this year. And then Ryan Hall, we've seen him come. He's just should see the size of him.
Just massive.
He's a beast. So
loves the gym.
Yep. Oh, he looks like he loves the gym.
Really?
I haven't really asked him if he loves the gym.
Okay, fair enough.
He's a beast, man.
Yep.
So hopefully he'll be good for us. And then obviously got Crichton there, replacing Maddo.
Yep.
Which is, Maddo was a bloody good player. Jeez, he got good last year. So tough that we lost him. He's a good man as well. So
good bloke.
We got a good side.
Yeah,
so
fucking oath, you got a good side.
I'm not going to pussyfoot around it and say we don't want to win or we don't think we can win. We'll want to win.
Well, you want to win, 100%, bro, 100%. And so how long are you signed there for? You got another year left?
I'm 5 years now.
You're 5 years?
5 years, yeah.
Oh, when did you re-sign for 5 years?
Mid last year. Mid-end last year.
5 years, wow.
Yeah.
How good's that? Locked in.
So, me was a bit sceptical about, going so long, but then I sat down and I was like, look where I'm living. What am I wigging out about? I'm going to live in Bondi for the next 5 years.
Yeah,
Stop
100%.
being a Derek and sign the thing. So.
Stop being a Derek.
Yeah, ended up working pretty good.
Yep, okay. And I ask all the boys this, favourite rapper of all time?
Biggie, probably just because I know out of every rapper, I know his songs the most.
Okay,
so.
fair enough.
I used to listen to a lot of rap, as a little white kid at school. I probably listened to heaps, so it's pretty cool.
Yep. Favourite movie of all time?
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, great.
Watched that like 50 times.
Right. It's such
so
a good
funny.
movie. Fuck, it's such a
That's
good
the
movie.
best movie.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
Best prank of all time that you've seen with the boys?
Oh, best prank of all time. Well, I didn't do this prank, but it's a prank, so it's actually pretty funny. So one of my brother's mates, he got a new phone, and so when he messaged one of the boys, or the bloke who had a new phone, was like, what numbers, who's this?
Yep.
I think he met a Sheila the night before. Oh. So the boys are like, it's this Sheila, and he was like into her and that. And then, so all the boys would look at him replying and stuff, whatever he was saying, replying like he's talking to Sheila.
Yeah. Is he being rotten?
Everyone talks to Sheilas and you don't want anyone to see, but 100%. It's funny.
Yeah.
And then they ended up come to get the Sheila to go, come around my house and that, come around my place. So he comes around at night and all the boys are waiting. And then, all the boys start egging him.
What?
So they start egging him. They smash him with eggs, and apparently he went crazy. Tried to chase the cars and that. And then he messages the girl back. So he's such an idiot. He messages her going, I just got egged and that out the front of your house. And then the boys are like, this bloke's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
And then, so the boys are like, I have no idea, blah, blah, blah. Come back. Come back. The boys are there again, smashing him with eggs. And apparently, chased him was full losing it. I think it was random blokes egging him, trying to kill him. Yeah, so that was pretty funny. I think the best bit about it was just him being that stupid to not realise.
Go back again and get smashed again. The boys are like, this is too good to be true.
So I think that was pretty funny.
Far out. Bro, thank you so much for coming on, man. I mean, I'm sure there's so much more to talk about, but you're so early in your career, bro. How many games you played now? What, 20, 30?
20-something.
27 or something like that?
Yeah, 27, 28, something like that.
But, congratulations on the win. Massive win. Fuck. Grand final, bro. They're hard to come by. Thanks for coming on, brother.